see where my singing would take me then, and when I actually was. It's not about competition when you are in a competition. It's about music. It can't be about anything else. And I was so happy since I was still a student at the opera school here in Stockholm at the university. I was so happy just to make music with a real orchestra, because they don't have the money to have an orchestra, and maybe we shouldn't have one either as students. And yes, to make music and to do my very best and meet an audience and all that. So I didn't think of it as a competition. That's impossible.
And afterwards, were there many people wanting you, and how to deal with that? Is it this hurry, but without rushing?
Yeah, that's when I started to have my philosophy, I think, to hurry slowly. So I said no. I used the time when I was placed on the map. I realized people will remember me, but they're coming too soon with two big projects.
Two more questions, please, and then unfortunately we have to call it a day. Yes, please.
Irina Djergac, Task News Agency. There is this inevitable comparison of the Birgit Nilsson Prize and the Nobel Prize, because both take place in Stockholm and the sum is pretty handsome. But you found out about the prize in May. And this question, is being asked to all the Nobel laureates, so I'm putting it to you. Has your life changed since May, when you found out about the prize?
Oh, that's your question.
That's my question. No, my life hasn't changed. Of course, it changed in the way that I really, my focus changed to last night and for today actually, of course. So what I did think a lot, will this change my life? Will I change as an artist? But then I realized I'm Nina Stemme after all, and I guess I will remain that. And I hope it would be terrible if it would change, because that's what I got the prize for, I guess. Thank you.
Quite frankly, if I may add to this, I think the comparisons of one prize to another is a little bit far-fetched, because every prize is its own category. The Nobel Prize is the Nobel Prize, the Imperiale Prize is the Imperiale Prize, Siemens is Siemens, and the Nielsen Prize is the Nielsen Prize. So if people draw this comparison because the size of the purse between the Nobel and the Nielsen Prize sort of invites that kind of charisma, I think it's too short-reaching. It's really not an appropriate thing. Okay. One more question, please. Yes, okay, there's one last question here, please.
So it's maybe the question that everyone wants to know, but nobody dares to ask. What are you going to do with the money?
Everything has its own time. I'm working right now, but of course I'm planning for what kind of legacy I would like to leave behind, and I want to do something also in line with what Birgit Nilsson would like to plan on. Thank you.
I discussed this issue with Birgit Nilsson at the time, and she was adamant that no strings are attached to the prize money. If you honor an artist for the accomplishment they have achieved over the years and promoting this art, because it's the big names that make sure that this art form survives, because they are the ones who draw in the audience. If they get rewarded for this, then it is their business what they do with it, and if you would put conditions, you would instrumentalize the prize recipient. This is simply not a good question. Secondly, I would say, we have been taught by this since 2009. Why do people always ask this about the Nielsen Prize? I haven't heard anybody ask, to come back to your question, what Nobel Prize winners do with their money. Nobody ever asked what Ronaldo does with his 50 million a year, or Messi with 40 million for playing soccer. And nobody asked the question. I have never heard anybody ask Günter Grass what he did with the money for the Nobel Nobel Literature Prize, or Al-Baradei or Obama what they did with the money for the Peace Prize. And I would say that music contributes more to peace than any other art form, because it has no barriers. of any kind. Language, culture, geographic, none. And it speaks to people heart directly. So I think the Nielsen Prize in this way does more for peace than most of the people who won the Peace Nobel Prize. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you.